Physical health, physical fitness, or physical education, to be more specific, has always been an important part of our education system. But do you remember mental health or mental wellness being even the small part of our curriculum during our school or college days? There were a few diseases that we were taught about. If I try to recall them now, I can still remember a couple of them, like rickets, scurvy, goiter. These were the diseases that were taught happened due to lack or excess of some nutrition. But I don't remember anyone talking about stress, anxiety, panic attacks, or depression ever. If a bone is fractured, they'll put a plaster on it. But what about fractured ego, fractured self-respect, fractured feelings, or fractured emotions? Is there a plaster or support to heal the mental fracture as well? Hi everyone, I'm Namita from Meeta Diaries, and these days we get to hear a lot of people talking about mental health or mental illness, which is very important to bring all these things into limelight. These mental or emotional issues exist, but no one wants to bring them into discussion. So that's something really good that is happening these days. But one thing that everyone is talking about is talking it out. Many people are putting random posts like, I'm available, you can talk to me or call me and whatever. I was wondering that if we could talk about our personal problems or the troubles that we are going through to just anyone, any random person. No, we can't. We can only talk about someone which we are really close to. So they're saying talk to your family, connect with people. Now the first thing that comes to my mind is that if you decide to talk about your personal sufferings with your family, what would be their reaction? It would be either like, we've raised you really strong, how can you be so weak? You're not weak, we have been through much more difficult times, you have to be strong, you can't do it. And they would try to paint it with everything is fine poster. You can't really show it out to the world that there is something wrong. When you are into the society, you can't show that there is something wrong. So everything needs to be fine. You don't have to show the world that there is anything wrong in your life. So put that mask on that everything is fine. About friends, I don't know how many of the friends are there who would actually bother to listen to you. Half of them are happy that you have problems, because everyone is going through so much in their life. No one has time to really listen to anyone, or I don't know if true friendships really exist these days. So talk it out, connect with people is easier said than done. Why people actually suffer from depression is because of this reason only. You don't find people to talk to, and then you just keep getting into that shell, and coming out of that abyss seems impossible. If someone has already gotten deep into that dark pit, I think seeking some professional help is the best solution. But there are people who might not be into like very serious situations, who can actually heal themselves on their own, because we all go through some really tough times in our lives. We've all experienced some very difficult times where we had to really push ourselves to get out of that darkness. So what to do if we are into that situation? My point of making this video is just sharing certain things that we can do to keep ourselves away from that dark side, so that we don't get into any extreme situation. So there are a few things, very basic ones, which we all already know, just trying to bring them out so that we can all be benefited. It's very important to accept the things that we cannot change. There are certain situations which we just can't change. Of course, there are a few things which we can change, but the ones that we cannot change, it's better to accept them. And taking breaks at the same time. Because of course, the things that are bothering you, you have to learn to live with them. But accepting along with that, taking some breaks so that you can get a chance to get out of them for a little time, energize yourself, or charge yourself and come back and fight with it again with the same spirit. Now there are a few things which are going to help any which ways, like going for walks, having a healthy meal, or exercising a bit, or just keeping yourself away from those situations, maintaining routine, which is something which helps in any which way. So these things, yes, if you include them, are any which way going to help you. Now, people around us can be sometimes very demanding. So it is not always possible for a human being to keep pleasing everyone around them. So if we learn to say no, and there is nothing wrong in it. There is no harm in saying no to those things which are causing you excessive stress. If something is causing you stress and pleasing someone else, then it's better to stay away from it. Don't do it. So learning to say no is one of the best thing which we are never taught. Now, this is one thing that I have learned from my own personal experiences, is that we need to let ourselves feel that one feeling. People around you or who you call are close to you would not probably allow you to feel everything that easily. If you're not feeling good, if you're not feeling perfect, if you're not feeling positive, you're feeling a bit low or down, they would say, why do you always feel like that? It is not good. You should feel positive. Look at the people who are doing worse in life. You're still better and life is beautiful and all of that. So these kind of things would let you get into the shell more. So it's important that we let ourselves to feel that feeling of sadness, that feeling of loneliness, that feeling of seclusion. It's okay for that moment to feel however you are feeling. We are allowed to feel like that. We are allowed to feel sad. If something is pinching us so badly, what's wrong in feeling sad or lonely or bad? Now, crying is one of the most underrated things. Something which you learn right from childhood, that crying is not right. I think everyone would remember being told, shh, don't cry. It is not right. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. I think cry yourself out. That is a healer in a way. It is always said that boys don't cry. I don't know why it is said that boys don't cry. Don't they have tear ducts like females do? According to me, every human being should be allowed to cry. Cry the moment you feel like crying. If I ask you to just start crying, can you do that? It happens naturally. It's an emotion that comes out. Our eyes starts shedding water. There is a reason behind it. So cry. The moment you feel that you are sad, just cry. If the tears want to come out, let them out. Cry. Take your time. Scream, shout, whatever makes you feel light for that moment. Do that. And then come back and retain your regular life. There is no harm in crying. In fact, crying is a great outlet for emotions. For eliminating your triggers, you need to first figure out that what is triggering you. You need to sit with yourself for some time and think about what actually is causing you that problem. Is it a relationship? Is it that job? Is it one particular task that you have to do every day? What is that is triggering your emotions or your mental health? The moment you realize, try to get rid of them. If you can't really get rid of them, try to decrease the degree of them. If something is actually causing you stress, there is nothing wrong in getting rid of those things, even if it is a job. Our mental health needs to be our priority in every way. No job, no relationship, no person, no close friends can come before it. So whatever it takes to feel at peace mentally or to just feel better or good about yourself, just do that. Eliminate whatever is really bothering or troubling you. It's very important to pat yourself on your back. We hardly do that. We seek validation from everyone who is close to us, but we forget to clap for our own self. For every small achievement, maybe the people you are seeking validation from don't even value that one thing, but you know how much hard work you've put in and how much significance this one thing holds for you. So clap for yourself, pat your own back, and try to boost your own confidence instead of asking everyone else to do that for you. Forgive yourself. There is such a huge baggage that we carry from past, and we keep carrying it years after years. Into that baggage, we have guilt, we have wrong decisions that we have taken, the wrong choices that we have made. Sometimes the problem is that we are not being able to forgive ourselves. We can't accept that we have done some blunders in our lives. The moment we decide that we can forgive ourselves, we are humans and we are allowing ourselves to make mistakes, it is going to be much peaceful. Also, it's important to forgive those who have genuinely hurt you. I know it's not easy, but you need to be selfish here. Because if you won't forgive those people, they'll haunt you in your memories every day. You need to forgive people. If it requires distancing yourself from them, do that. Trust me, it will hurt you less. So these are a few things that I wanted to talk about today, that how to keep yourself at peace mentally, how to have a sound mental and emotional health. That was all for this video. I will see you in my next one. Please subscribe to my channel and suggest me what you really want to watch in my upcoming videos. Share this video with people who you think can be helped in one or the other way. So take care of yourself. Bye bye.